going live on YouTube?
We're live. Hit it, Lou.
Okay, wait.
Oh no, hit it, Lou!
Hey, we're fine. Everything is perfect. Is there a podcast tonight? Is this Wednesday? I always forget.
They kicked us off online.
They did, because we were too sexy again.
I know.
Stop it, YouTube. Oh, they did. They really kicked us off online again?
No, we're online.
Okay. You know they kicked us off because we're too sexy. Did you know that?
I know. I'm sick of it.
Okay.
We ready?
Yeah, we're ready. We got the box of wine.
Big girls don't
Oh
cry.
my God, it's going to be a great show. Very excited show tonight.
I'm going to try to cross my legs.
Amber, look at Amber crossing her legs. That's so sexy.
Technical difficulties over.
Oh,
You two are good.
Amber and I are practicing crossing our legs as if we're newscasters. It's hard when you're a big girl, right, Amber?
It is.
Oh.
I told her I was going to.
Oh my God, you look so skinny.
Thank you.
Where are you? I can't even see you anymore. You take off 60 pounds when you do that. Oh,
I know.
look
I
at
love
me.
it.
Although I'm cramping.
I
Oh
can't.
my God. You know what?
I
need
think I'll
lube.
do it like.
I need lube. We need lube. Oh God. Yeah, very
Slide them.
sexy. Yeah. But that's one thing you really skinny girls can appreciate. Our skinny bitch friends out there,
I don't want to be skinny. I just want to lose weight to cross my legs.
just enough to cross your legs. Maybe, that's a good, that's
That's
maybe
a
a
good goal.
goal.
Oh my God! When I
Cross
cross my
legs.
legs on the show, you guys, I'm going to be the skinniest.
We could do a TikTok video of us crossing our legs. Oh, can you
Everybody
imagine?
jealous skinniness.
I can't believe it. I am so glad that you guys came back this week. Thank you so much. Mike, hello.
Hi guys.
This is Big Girls Don't Cry. This is the hot, sexy Mike Vin, Semper Fi, hilarious comedian.
Yes,
Right
I'm
on.
here.
He is here. The beautiful Amber Rose. No, she's currently not stripping. She's on the podcast. She is a famous skincare specialist. She owns the Facial Lounge in Newport Beach.
Yes.
She rubs on famous people on a regular basis. Now they're doing it in the driveway.
Mm-hmm. Working on that.
Celebrities are driving up in their fancy cars.
Mhm.
What's the fanciest car you've seen in your parking lot lately?
You know, we get a lot of fancies, but I love when they're lost and I have to ask them what kind of car they are. And I did have a famous artist in a new pink Rolls Royce. That was
Oh, that's
fun.
hilarious.
And so she's like, I don't know, I'm out here in a pink Rolls Royce. I go, I think I'll find you. And I did.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was worried about losing her.
That's
So
the most common car out there.
yeah, right.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was a baby
crossing.
pink. It wasn't hot pink. I was looking for a hot pink.
Oh, baby pink.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get a pink Rolls Royce,
Let's
you'd
go
think
like
you'd go
this
hot.
lipstick
Well,
color.
that is what we're talking. We're
Yeah.
both wearing each other's
And we
lipstick.
both wore pink earrings.
And exactly.
I think we're twins. Lost at birth.
Because the theme of tonight's show, though, we don't stick to our theme, but we try to have an idea,
Mhm.
is the Dog Days of Summer. And the reason that's so special is because we have a really amazing guest tonight. Her name is Kay Ow.
Ow!
And Kay
Ow!
Ow. Right. She's
Yeah.
an animal communicator. And I'm just so excited that she's going to come here, talk to us about her work, and then she's going to do a reading of Jimmy.
I gotta go get Jimmy.
Yeah. And Amber's
We
going to
have
have to
treats
catch.
ready. I gotta go catch
She's
Jimmy.
gonna have to
Hi,
catch
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Oh, there he
There's
is right
Jimmy.
there. He heard his name.
And so we are really excited to have Kay Ow here tonight. And I think that the reason we talked about doing a show tonight with the theme, the Dog Days of Summer, I got to tell you, it's really hot everywhere. And I don't really have to tell everyone. You all know that unless you live in where? I don't know where. Everywhere's hot.
Everywhere's hot.
And there's things going on, fires. And also it's, not only hot, it's COVID. So I think you get a little extra tense and nervous and angry and bitter and when you're hot, right? So a couple things we're going to talk about, like to cool off. One, when I was in Appleton, and I finally got on the road this week, and I went to Appleton, Wisconsin, and it's one of my favorite cities because they build fire trucks there, the firemen are there, and I did not go to Cleo's bar, but a lovely person named Zach, thank you, he went and bought me a Cleo's ornament, so that I always have it here. Yeah, beautiful.
That's
Hang it in the kitchen. And then I didn't get to go to Rascal's Gay Bar, my favorite gay bar in Appleton, but this drink Zach learned from Rascal's. It's called a Summertime Picnic Mule. And I put the recipe on my website. I'm not a cocktail person. I'm a boxed wine girl. But this is so refreshing. It's on my website, but it's basically a shot of citrus vodka, a shot of watermelon liqueur, and a squeeze of a half a lime, ice, and then top that with ginger beer. And I'm not kidding you. It's light. It's delicious.
good.
It's not
Delicious.
too sweet. Oh gosh.
It's
So
perfect, refreshing.
Yep.
And
so,
you get some vitamins and minerals. I
oh,
always
it's
like a little-
fruit. It's so healthy.
Yeah.
You can live off this, right?
Yeah.
I'm going on a fruit,
Right.
just a liquid diet.
Yeah.
The summer picnic mule.
Vodka's made out of potatoes.
It's
You know
so-
what those are for you.
They are so
So-
important for you.
so
know,
there we go.
potatoes have been found to be healthy, right? And I'm Ukrainian. The name Barbolak means potato.
Wow.
In Ukrainian, roughly translated.
That's
Yeah.
so
In
good.
high school, they used to call me Spud. It wasn't very fun. So this is very good. It's on my website, and so I want to thank everyone in Appleton for your hospitality. Like Jake after the show, because like Zach came to the hotel after Saturday night, second show, because I really couldn't go to Rascals because I'm 62. I can't go to a bar, even though the rate's low there. I was afraid, so he brought this to us, and we hang out at the hotel patio till 3 a.m, and just had a wonderful time. So it was great to get back on the road, and I want to say that everyone I flew Delta, and they were fantastic. They were like, we were separated. We felt really safe. There was no urgency. I missed the plane because I forgot how to travel. I traveled 57,000 miles just on Delta last year, and I missed my plane because I get to the airport, and I think I'm plenty of time early. The flight was at 6:15 a.m. Thursday. I have a show that night, and I think, oh, Jimmy's gonna poop. So I just walked him around the airport like I got all the time in the world till he pooped. And then he pooped, and we came inside, and this lady's arguing with this guy in front of us. We get up, we have 38 minutes left of the flight. The guy goes, oh, you missed your plane. So I forgot how to travel. Anyway, he was really cool. He goes, no problem, we'll get you there at 4:30, which he did. And it was great to be back on the road, and everyone was careful and polite. And, you know, I know people have different feelings about whether or not you want to do these things.
Yeah.
If you want to stay home all the time, and that's there's no judgment.
Yeah, I flew for the first time. I was not planning on flying. I went to Texas. I went to Dallas, which I love Dallas. I was not planning on going flying, and my ex-mother-in-law, who's been very good, decided to fly to Dallas. And I realized if she's going to fly and she's been fully quarantined and she did her research, I felt safe at how clean, and the airport was very, very clean. We also missed our flight. There's no humans working there. They literally have like kiosks. You push a button. I felt American, not as happy camper. I got home, but I felt like there was very little. There's literally no one there. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. So very little people. There's hardly anybody on our flight. I feel like it's actually safer than I thought. Of course, we wore gloves and we had our masks and we did everything we were supposed to do. Lots of hand washing, but I felt good. I didn't mind. What?
Yes, and news alert, there is booze in first class.
What?
Hello, yes. I was told there was no booze on the plane. I mean, I called several times. I'm like, is there really no liquor on the plane? And they said, no, I'm sorry. So then, but my brother told me he flew Alaska and they give you a can of beer. I'm like, whatever. So and
I'll take it.
because I have so many darn points and miles, they automatically upgrade me to first class, which I never pay for. And so I'm sitting there, and Lou's right behind me in comfort. I'll leave a man in the tail. I'll put him underneath me. I don't care. If it means giving up my first class seat, I'm never doing it. So they come up to me with a tray. They go, "Would you like a drink of beer or wine?" And I was like, "Is this Christmas?" Anyway, and so they also give you when you get on the plane, they give you what looks like a condom. I'm like, what's going on? Why are they giving us condoms?
Yeah.
Is this a fun ride?
Yeah.
I don't know about it, right?
Wow,
Gorgeous guy. But it wasn't a condom.
Oh.
It was a little sanitizer, just an exact thing. But it looked just like it. There was that, and then you couldn't open it. You couldn't. You had to use your mouth to open your hand sanitizer, which ruined the whole.
Yeah, that's whole. Yeah, the whole
it ruined the whole thing.
I also got hand sanitizer when we got there. Everyone had their wipes. People were wiping everything down. I definitely felt clean. I felt cleaner than I would be at like Walmart. You know what I mean? So.
Well, you know, Walmart's a low bar. You know what people say about my trailer? They say I feel cleaner in Vicky's trailer than I do at Walmart. That is the one place that is lower than Walmart that I've ever had.
Okay. Then the market.
Thank you. Okay.
We'll just say the market.
Well, I got you. So the other really cool thing happened was we went inner tubing in Appleton. I love inner tubing. I think my body was born to inner tube.
Yeah,
okay,
I agree.
I am so buoyant. I don't need a tube. Okay, I just could carry like a case of beer on this part of my fat arm, and I don't need a tube. And it was just so fantastic, and it was just amazing. And then we got home, and everything's been wonderful. And almost all my other shows got canceled the week I got home, and I felt like I was really on a roll. But I think we're all feeling that.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster.
The fake school starting.
Yeah,
The parents are getting really anxious. Are you getting very anxious
very
for
much
fake
so.
school?
Very much so.
Yeah. You and your uncle. He's got a bunker.
Yeah.
He's going to be learning the ABCs.
Yeah, my uncle actually, he made a friend. You gotta tell your friend, he made a little friend.
No, she was too slow.
She was too slow. She got to hurry up with Bob.
There you go,
My
Karen.
uncle Bob lives in the basement, and he's quite the hot commodity.
Yeah.
He's been juicing with the neighbor. They juice Tuesday,
they
Thursdays, and and he helps her grow. She has a garden, and he's very good at growing things. So he's been helping her grow her vegetables and fruit.
Oh.
And I think they're gonna hike together, so there might be a little love affair on my street.
You know what? You snooze, you lose, girls. When I tell you I have a man for you, and I need a photo,
snatch mom
snap it together.
Yeah, go quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Give her a photo, like Karen. Next time.
We need it. Yeah,
You know,
he's still interested to see our photo because
Yeah.
nothing's really happened with the
Yeah.
neighbor girl, Deb.
That's right.
That's the
She might
neighbor.
turn out to be a real. I actually before we went to Appleton, I'm a huge matchmaker. I did 2 matches 2 weeks in a row, and both flopped like no, they just flopped.
Because I would.
You know what they say? Third time's a charm.
Okay.
The next match I make will work. So yes, I will. You boom.
Boom.
Okay, yes.
I'm single.
Yeah.
Hendrix, my son's here right now. He decided I can get a boyfriend next year. So, but I can start like figuring out who we like for next year.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
necessarily-
gentlemen, send a picture to VickiBarbolak.com.
Yeah, for Amber.
For Amber.
Yes.
Just a dinner date, something light because I can't.
Something you can have on your yacht. No, I'm only kidding. Amber's not like that. She doesn't care. I care. I need a boat. If anyone has a boat that I could ride when you're dating Amber, that would be very
A
good.
rowboat.
We would like a boat.
You know,
sailboat.
I have a kayak, but I'd like a seating for 4. A rubber blow up. I once invited, after I won Funniest Mom in America, I invited an old friend for dinner on my boat at the harbor. And we get there, and I'd made this elaborate dinner, put it in a big, suitcase full of food and everything. And I get to the harbor, I'd forgotten the food at home. And the traffic in that part of the summer was so terrible.
Hilarious.
So and they're old friends, so they'd expect me to do that. Sorry, I'm spinning everywhere. And so we get, and then we show them the boat. It's a big Zodiac blow up boat. They thought I bought a boat with my $50,000. So they had to ride a rubber boat, and they had no dinner.
Perfect.
I'm the worst.
Next time, we'll do it big.
Yeah.
Next time with our big shows,
Yeah.
we are going to up it to a dinghy.
We're gonna go. Yes, a flat boat. That would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
So I was very excited. I don't know if you guys have heard this. Everybody, all of you listening and everything. One of the coolest things, I think we talk about just getting over our tiredness and our summer blues and the COVID. Look for fun things. Guess what's funner than naked soccer? Nothing. Okay. So this week, this guy in Germany, he's a photographer and an artist, and he put together a game of naked soccer to protest how naked football.
Yeah.
Don't call it soccer. You look like an idiot. I am
Sure,
an idiot.
sure.
Football.
No, just American.
All right on. Same thing, right? They think it's the same thing. So he was protesting that the football's been taken over by corporations. It's supposed to be clubs,
Yeah.
So he organized a naked football game to show us in the raw, men as men.
I love
Yeah,
that. I
so-
got to Google that.
Yeah, and they're ages 22 to 64.
Perfect.
And this is the funny thing about German humor. The guy was interviewing, and the radio guy, and he was like, so the only thing they wore was socks and shin protectors, and that had colors, and they painted their names on their back.
How cool
Yeah.
is this?
So he goes, so since you only had, the socks and the shin protectors, was any other area of the body injured during the game? And the German guy, no humor whatsoever. And he's like, I don't understand the question. And then the guy had to go, okay, understand. So because they're, did anyone get hit in the groin? Okay, did anyone get hit in the groin? They finally, oh, yes, I understand you now. No, everybody's fine. Germans are lovely people, but they don't have a sense of humor.
How can you tell between the teams if it's skins versus skins?
No, because they had colored shoes, socks. The socks were red, your socks were green, and your shin guard was colored. That was all you knew. And then your paint on your back was like red or green or whatever they did. So that's how they knew. And I just think that is I know a place here where I live, and I think everybody in every town, every girl should look into this. there's a bunch of international players that K.O. sitting over there, an old friend of mine, don't know if you know this, over in Carlsbad near the industrial area, there's a park. And on Fridays, these international guys play football and there's nobody there. So my daughters and I, sometimes we go and make a little lunch and watch. I mean, there are no shirts.
I'm gonna go there.
Oh yeah, we'll do it on a Friday. This is what you have to do to get through these times, girls.
Yeah.
We have to be creative.
Yeah.
If you can't find naked soccer, find some international guys playing soccer. Or if you're dudes,
skins versus extra skins versus floor skins. Saggy skins. Floor skins versus saggy skins.
So I mean, I think we just have to be really out of the box in entertaining ourselves.
I agree.
You know, I mean, whatever you have to do. I mean, like, you know, I just like if you have to line up a bunch of puppets on the ground and make a video with them, whatever you have to do, because I think at some point you do too much take in of TV, too much take in of movie, and that makes you filled up with other people's stuff, and it's confusing to me. So at some point you have to give out, and I think that, like, you know, doing things like looking, you know, just keeping your eyes open. What's happening? That's how we found outdoor Zumba, because Lily was walking. She sees these people outdoor doing Zumba.
I love that.
And it's not embarrassing doing outdoor Zumba.
No.
You're 3 person. They don't know that I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, there's all this stuff I think we can try to do.
Yeah.
It's a little hot to be outside doing Zumba right now.
Well, I do it. It's at 7:00 at night and 9:00 on Saturday and Sunday, so it's not too bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the girls that are smart get there earlier, and the boys get there earlier. So, you know, Amber has been talking to me about like how she had all these goals.
Yeah. So it was funny when COVID originally happened, I said, you know what, this is it. I've always been a big girl. I'm going to take this time because supposedly we're going to be out for 6 weeks. I said, for 6 weeks, I'm going to do it. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to wake up every morning. I'm going to do yoga.
Yes.
And then I'm going to go on a hike and like a tube top get tan. I'm going to just juice all day long, just eat tons of salad and juice. And in 6 weeks, I can lose a lot of weight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to work. I'm not going to post for 6 weeks. I'm going to come back to work just skinny and tan and fit. I'm just going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just going to, I can't wait. And then I'm going to post in 6 weeks like, who is that? How did she do it? I was just, during COVID. So the first 3 days I did it. I mean, I felt amazing. I was taking my vitamins. I had a protein powder. I was eating all my salads. And I look back and I don't know what went wrong. I was on such a good path. So I decided I'm going to go start drinking my protein powders. My Uncle Bob in the basement ate all my protein powder. And so I went, well, I have to go to the store and get protein powder. So I go to the store, and then everything I keep doing, the wind keeps getting out of my sails. So I'm like, I don't know. I just want to really take this COVID and become something new. So I decided I'm glad I'm on this show because I wouldn't have made it if I was too skinny.
I wouldn't have had you.
Yeah, so thank God.
No, we'd have to make a whole new name.
Like,
just girls don't cry, not big girls don't cry.
So I'm like, you know what? What we'll do is I'm just going to slowly, and that's what I said, you don't need to make this fast, Amber, because what happens is I'm realizing that over the years my weight's creeping on, right? So 3 pounds a year in 10 years is 30 pounds, right? Yeah. So I'm scared that over time so I'm like, what if I just lose 3 pounds, a year?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By the time I'm 90,
you will be like, you'll be invisible.
Right?
So I think a lot of people are doing amazing body transformations during COVID. And then I'm very concerned for them because I think they're going to get COVID and die. Right? And that's just my thinking, because that's just how life works. You know, it's like if you meet the boy on the last day of the vacation.
Right.
I mean, that's just how life goes. So there is no way I'm going to really.
But I just said I'm just going to do little bitty. Yeah. So instead I worked on my tan. So I haven't lost weight, but I got a little color for the first time. I'm never in the sun.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start walking the beach. I'm going to do like these little things for myself to maybe make these positive changes.
Absolutely. You know, like Lou and I always walk Jimmy, and I'm a big walker, and I've been doing my has fits, but I mean, that's just so like, because I'm sexy too and I have to move. Yeah. But also just because we live close to the ocean. And I said, Lou, why don't we just kind of make an agreement, which he said yes, that every other morning we get up when it's early and we go down to the beach and walk at the harbor or the beach, because, and I think everyone can do that where you are too. I mean, these things, everyone knows that walking cheers you up, right, Mike?
Yeah.
It's true.
You and Nikki walk every day.
Every day.
So trails, or just where do you go?
Well, sometimes we'll hit a trail right behind where we live. There's this circle that's like 4.5 miles, and we'll walk that whenever we can, or we'll just take the dog for a walk or something like that. But every day we do something.
I
Yeah.
like that.
And you just have to.
Yeah.
I need to start doing that. I really do. I have all these high hopes and these plans. And I just gotta just do it. Just a walk a day will make a difference for me. I don't have to.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be this. It's like, for me, it's like it's all or nothing. I want like this insane transformation. I turn into like this, dye my hair blonde. I'll be a whole new person. I'm
Well, you
like,
come from that background of your parents were bodybuilders.
Yeah.
The other thing is like, I just think this is like such a flashpoint. It's so many points in my life, and it still comes into me now, and I have to bat that thought away. Well, I could do this if I wasn't fat. If only I wasn't fat, then I would be on this TV show, or I would have this wonderful manager. I would be this, or I would have this car if I was just not fat. And I think that a lot of people hold on to that little image of their last
I
little
do
thing
that.
about their body, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because this is nothing.
I
And
can
so
cross my legs if I just.
we can't cross our
can't.
legs. A
I'm
little
just-
lube. Look at us. We're crossing our legs.
What?
Yeah.
What?
No problem.
I can't hold it long.
No, it's gonna flop out, and then someone could be hurt. No, we can take out a window when they uncross. Involuntary uncross is a dangerous thing. Involuntary uncross. Or get down. No, you gotta be careful.
Oh my God! I
We're
can't
like
move.
lethal weapons when we
We're
uncross.
hot
our
in here. We're
legs.
so hot.
It is.
Ah.
Does anyone have any questions this week, Mike?
Yeah, we've got people talking about how hot it is. Sandra in Pasadena says our house is large, so we shut all the vents in our rooms. We don't use. Sorry. Our house is very large. We shut all the vents in the rooms we do not use and cover the windows with quilts to keep the heat out.
Smart.
We could not afford air conditioning bill if we did not do it this way.
Genius, you guys.
Genius. I'm jealous
What's a
you have
bad
an air
idea?
Conditioning.
Thank you, Patricia.
Yep.
Brilliant
Oh, no,
idea.
Sandra in Pasadena.
Sandra in Jesus, in Pasadena, you can't afford electricity, you rich bitch. Only kidding. But that's how you stay rich.
Well,
Thank
it's so big. Your
No,
house
I
is
get
probably
you. It's so
like
big. No,
7.5
I'm
rooms.
kidding.
Yeah.
Also for the environment. In Europe, they don't like air conditioning because they think we're hogs for wrecking up the planet. But if you have solar power, it doesn't matter. But anyway, I mean, you're right. We use less energy. No matter how rich you are, we use energy. And how brilliant quilts on the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my mom did that when the cold front came through Chicago over the wintertime. That big Arctic chill came through.
Quilts on the
And it
window.
was like quilts on the windows, and then you put plastic bags over it, and
Smart.
just keep the cold out.
That's how you do it.
Either keep the cold in.
And
or
I think
keep
heat's
cold
the
out.
same.
I don't have air conditioning. That's one of my goals in life. I've only had houses with no air conditioning, so that is when I have air conditioning, I officially made it because I cannot wait to have a house with air conditioning. That's going to be my
Fellas, anyone with an air conditioned home in
yes,
Southern California.
and a boat.
And a boat for me, but for Amber,
Yeah.
most importantly, air conditioning. We'll stop at that point.
Yeah.
Please send me your
Yeah,
photo.
please send me the
and
photo. Air conditioning
your-
would be really
Here's a-
awesome.
Here's a good one
Just
from
to hang out there on
Lance in
weekends.
San Diego. It goes back to all the exercising and walking we were talking about. He says, I never go for a walk in the summer without cooling a towel on my neck.
Mm.
Oh, the cooling towel.
Yeah, I
I
keep
like
one in the
I
refrigerator,
have one.
so whenever I go out, it's already cold. It's already cooled off. So he just takes a towel,
Yeah.
a cold towel out of the fridge, and puts it around his
I
neck
like
and
that.
he goes.
Oh, we
Genius.
need one of
Lance.
those now.
You know what? We need one here. It's very hot now because we have to close all the windows. But that is amazing. Those are amazing. Yes. Thank you for that. They don't cost very much money. My legs. Oh my God, my legs are wide open. Emma's not here.
No, when you unfolded them, sorry.
The hurt. Yeah, you saw that. Yeah. Danger. Yeah, voluntary unfold. Involuntary unfold.
Woo.
Here's
Yeah.
another one. Ginger from Indio.
Ooh, hot.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
Ah!
She says it is actually 115 degrees.
Yeah.
here
Oh
now,
man, Ginger.
So we can only go out at night.
No shoot.
I usually go for a weekend at the beach once a month in the summer, but I'm afraid to travel. Vicki, is it safe where you are in Oceanside? Should I come for a weekend at a hotel?
Ginger, don't get a hotel. I'm so broke right now. I'll pay you. You can pay me $150. I'll put you up for the weekend. Okay? I have my
Our
8
trailer's
foot
nice.
my swimming pool in my front yard.
Yep. She does have a
Above
SpongeBob room.
ground.
But yeah, once you see the trailer, you'd probably just take your $150 back like that. But Ginger, because I know how you feel. I was really, really hesitant to go to and I flew on airplanes to Wisconsin But I just felt like this is what I do, and I miss it so much. And I knew the club was doing special things with capacity, so I decided to do it, and I'm so glad I did. So listen to me, Ginger. I feel like Oceanside is very, very we're pretty good on our COVID rate. Here's the thing: you just bring a lot of your own food and there's a lot of outside restaurants all over Oceanside now.
Yeah.
Everybody's in the parking lots. There's plenty of ways to eat. You could also just get some food at places. The beaches are open. You can bring beach chairs again. You're not allowed to sit at the tables that are at the beach or the harbor, but bring your own beach chairs, bring some towels.
I would definitely
Please,
go.
Ginger,
Yeah.
come.
You'll love
Come
it.
to Oceanside, come
Oh,
to
we're so
Carlsbad.
nice.
And also my friend Ed has a place called Seashore on the Sand in Carlsbad, right on the sand, these units. And
Ooh,
he keeps
Seashore on the Sand.
Yeah, Seashore
Good
on
to
the
know.
Sand,
I
and
might do that.
in Carlsbad, they're beautiful condos right on the sand.
Oh
He
my
keeps
God,
it
I'll do that with
perfect.
my kids.
Yeah, oh my God, Amber.
I-
So beautiful.
Yes,
But-
done.
But so anything you can get around here, there's plenty of cheap places out in the valley, wherever you need to be, get to the beach. Because the water right now is up to 70 degrees right now, you guys.
Ooh,
Oh,
yes.
so perfect.
It is perfect. Unbelievable. That's how we get through these times. We find whatever. And when I was in Appleton, the river was like a bath. So wherever you are.
I want to see that live with Lou
Oh,
on
God,
your
so
Instagram. If you guys don't follow Vicki
Yeah.
Barbolak, I already saw the one in the river, but I haven't seen Lou. You posted it? Or is it
Yeah,
your story?
it's posted on
Okay.
YouTube. Oh my God.
On YouTube, not on Instagram.
I'll put it on there too. Okay, thank you.
If you want to take one more before we
Yeah,
bring out our
yeah.
guest, this one is hilarious. Belinda from Tacoma says, I kick my kids out of their kiddie pool when my husband gets off his shift at the post office. He watches them while I have a happy hour in the kiddie pool. I wear a big hat and pour a big drink. And I don't care if people laugh when they drive by. It's my happy place, and I look forward to it all day.
Yes.
Yay!
That's what
Wow.
Can we
What's
come
her
over?
name?
Where's that
That's
at?
Belinda from Tacoma.
Belinda, I
Ah.
love you. I love Tacoma. God, it's beautiful.
I think we're gonna get in the pool at Vicky's right
Yeah, we're gonna go
now.
after my little. I have my 3 foot wide, 8 foot around pool from
can't
Target.
wait.
So we're gonna go after the show. Belinda, send us a photo. I love you. That's beautiful.
I was thinking about getting like a little kiddie pool to put on my patio,
Mike,
but I
gotta
don't
do it.
know how I'm going to get rid of the water because I live in an apartment
Mm.
on the 3rd floor.
Well, can't you just cipher it out with a hose and just bring it down?
Just dump it.
Like you siphon out of a gas tank? Like that?
You get on the patios below us,
Well, no, you can get a hose and take it away.
maybe.
You know how to siphon water?
I know how to siphon gas.
I've done that before, once in a bathing suit. People laughed. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. You do it like that, with a long hose.
My dad used to want me to lock my. We got a car with a lock on the gas because he grew up in the 70s when people used to steal gas out of people's cars. Do you remember that was like a
Oh,
thing?
of course. Now they have Mike, though.
My dad, who would
Do
steal
not
my gas?
invite me over to your kiddie pool on your patio. The weight of the water plus me. Oh my God. You and Nikki together, you're not even part of me. But
I might just bring you over and put you out there just for pure.
do you want to move, Mike? Do you want to? Oh my God. You guys, my brother lives in Guerneville, and he's my only brother and he's my heart. And his house is surrounded by fire tonight. And they have been on evacuation since last night. And they're already, his college girls are home. They're already on the edge from COVID because they don't go out. And his wife's been home and he's home. And and they're already so stressed. And now, and they're up there in the Northern California. When I was in Ireland a few years ago, people go, why do you build so many homes in the fire area? I'm like, wait, California is a big fire area. We built California before we knew there were fires.
Yeah.
It's not like we build in the fire areas, but they don't understand.
Yeah.
And so my brother's been evacuated probably 6 or 8 weeks last year.
Wow.
And now the bags are packed again by the door. And he's like, his wife and his girls are so afraid because so many people actually died in Paradise and stuff
Yeah.
at those fires. And there's whole where my
My
brother
fa-
lives, 2-lane roads, and you
Yeah.
got to know when to leave. You can't wait to stay too long. And
My family's in Santa Cruz, and they all up and left. And rumor has it that their houses are gone
right now.
right now.
Oh,
As
Amber,
we
I'm so
speak.
sorry.
Yeah, so my uncle Mark and my cousin lives Jennifer down the street, and my aunt owns a hair hut in Santa Cruz, and so it doesn't look good. So it's
Oh
a
my
really
God.
crazy time.
So I'm so sorry for all of those,
No,
all
it's
of you
really
guys.
sad.
When the fires, our hearts are with you.
Yeah.
So sorry. Oh my God. So that's the thing. We also people always say, My mother used to always say, God never gives you more than you can take. Does that comfort everyone? Because I mean,
We're taking too much right now.
she told me that so many times, and I still believe it.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess I'm going to say it to all of you. I mean, we get what we can take, and you know, it's like the Zen Buddhist concept too. It's just, it's not what you're given. It's how you react to it. So,
Yes.
but it's like so easy to say.
Yeah.
And like my grandson was in a hospital today having surgery because he broke his arm, and they had the
Oh.
second surgery. They had to put arm. But you know, so I was like, oh my God, Emily, you're not going to take him to a hospital at the VA. It's going to get. And she's like, Mom, calm down. Everything's going to be fine. I'm like, of course it is. So I met him when they were taking him off to the hospital this morning. I met them to pick up because I was picking up the grandsons to watch the other ones. And I see Joel, and he's really sitting up brave in the back seat as he's leaving for the hospital again. And he goes, hi, Grandma. And I go, ah! Emily sped away at like 90 miles an hour. You are the worst grandmother ever.
That's funny.
Well, shall we do what we're excited to do?
Yes, we shall do exactly what we're excited to
Okay.
do.
Okay, this is our first time on Big Girls Don't Cry we have ever had a guest, and I am so excited.
Live guest.
A live guest besides Christina Wells.
Yes.
Her special's coming up really soon, and we all know that. So it's the first time we've had an in-studio guest, and we are going to have Kay Ow, animal communicator. Let's give it up for Kay Ow coming in here to the trailer. Is she lovely? Here you go, Kay Ow.
And Jimmy's right underneath.
And Jimmy.
Oh,
We should have some intro music.
We need intro music. Lou, it's too late now.
It's too late
Okay.
now.
Do you want me to go back?
No.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Next time we'll have you back and we'll do it right. So,
And
Dear
it just
friend.
clips onto your shirt.
dear friends, this is Kay Out. And I have to say, I met Kay Out when our daughters were in kindergarten. So this is some 23 years ago.
yes.
And Kay Out, when we were young, became an amazing photographer. Moved to, after we knew each other 4, 5, 7 years. And she's obviously younger than me. I mean, obviously, I'm genetically better, but still much younger. I had Lily when I was pretty old. We were glad she only had the one head. Anyway, so Deb and I met when our kids were in kindergarten. I mean, Kay Ow! Because I knew her at the old name. But she became an amazing photographer and moved to Hawaii and was, renowned, and she's just so talented. And she took my first headshot, which is at the Comedy Store in Hollywood, out in front of my trailer, and then I lost contact with her because she's been all over the world, and so I'm excited to catch up with her and have her share what she's been doing because it's really exciting. Welcome, KL. Right on. So KL, when I knew you were a great photographer. You were doing all these things in Hawaii. Everyone knew you, and then I sort of lost touch with you because I was so into comedy then and working so hard. And you were working so hard. How did you transform from like photography? How did you become an animal communicator?
So when I was photographing, when we were living in Hawaii, it was about 15 years ago. When we moved to Hawaii, my gifts really started coming up and out, and I really started honing and owning them while photographing weddings for everybody there in Hawaii. And then when we moved back here to San Diego, I think it's been about 15 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Then my business stopped completely. I was not working. I couldn't just pick back up and photograph weddings. And there was about a year where I was just trying to find myself again. And that's when my gifts really started to come up. I couldn't ignore them anymore.
But before that, I mean, you never talked to me about them because, we're just moms. We're blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And we're doing what we do.
Yes.
And we were just taking care of kids back then and working our jobs and stuff. So did you earlier though, way back started feel, was it always with you kind
A
of?
long time. Well, I've known I had a gift like this since I was 9. Since I was 9 years old.
Did you know what people were thinking or animals were thinking?
There was a knowing. There was a knowing. It was not so much the animals. It was people energy, and I would just know things. And then I overheard my grandmother whisper to my mother, "She has the ESP."
Wow.
And I thought it was a disease. I thought something
Oh,
was
no.
wrong with me. I had no idea what it meant, and it was just really never talked about nor cultivated.
Right.
And so as I got older and realized that I was seeing things, feeling things, hearing things, I thought everybody saw those too and felt that way as well,
Yeah.
until I realized that made me different. And then I actually shut down. I kind of shut that gift down. And then again, as you know, in Hawaii, just opened back up. Even then, I didn't share with you or anybody that I had these gifts, because I felt like I didn't know how it was going to be perceived. It made me different.
Didn't want to be judged.
I didn't want to be, which I'm very, to this day, harshly judged. Yeah.
Right.
And that's okay. So I had to actually do a lot of healing for myself and some, inner work to be confident and to be able to come out and just say, hey, I am an animal communicator. This is what I do.
I remember before Funniest Mom in America, I asked you to do some more photos for me.
Yeah.
We came together at this beautiful park in Vista, and we sat down at this table, and you said, Vicki, you kind of opened up to me about your gifts. And you said, I'd like to help you. You knew that I needed help. And I'd also been working with my friend Georgia Jean, and you could just tell that I needed help. And we sat there at that park that day. I'll never forget. And it just was amazing to me. You helped me so much because I come from such a broken place, and then I had to be in this really high intention, everyone in the country looking at me on Funniest Mom in America. And I was terrified, and I didn't feel worthy. And you got it, picked me up, and talked to me. We talked mother stuff, we talked everything. And you brought me all this information that I needed to know. And that was when and then you kind of told me a little bit of what you were doing. And then from that time, you just got really into animal communicating, and that just
Yes. So I did read people energy first, and you know what, Vicki, I was able to feel that in you because I worked on that in me.
right,
Worked on my worthiness,
Right.
my and who am I to have these gifts? The not feeling good enough,
yes,
all staying broken, coming
Right.
from putting pieces back together. So that's how I was able to feel for you as well. And so yes, before I dedicated my gifts to the animals, I read for people. So I've done mediumship, reading energy, and I can remote see people's homes. It's all energy, and it was, oh my gosh, maybe about 10 years ago. The animals always came in mediumship, in reading for people, their energy. The animals would come in, and I would acknowledge them, and then finally someone said, who is the person to go to for an animal reading? And people were referring people to me, and I honestly didn't know. And it was kind of, again, like, can I help this? Is this
Right.
okay? Am I worthy to do this work?
So the gift kind of chose you then.
You're right.
Because if like you're trying to go for people, but the animals keep
The
coming.
animal's like,
it's-
hello.
So do you?
Yeah.
So when you started, do you need to be with the animal in the room? Can you see the animal on the phone? Or you?
Yeah, no, I don't. So before even Zoom exploded and became,
Right.
the big thing, I was doing my sessions over Zoom because my clients are worldwide.
Right.
And I don't need to see the animal. All I need is the type of animal and their name.
Wow.
And I'm able to tune into their energy. And I actually, sometimes I don't even like to see photos because I love the way the animals present themselves. Like this morning I had a reading, and it was a bulldog, and I had no idea it was a bulldog, and he shows me like stalking, and I'm starting to move like this. She goes, "Damn!"
That's so
I said, what
funny.
kind of dog is this? She goes, it's a bulldog. Oh my
Wow.
gosh. And so I love the way they present themselves and show themselves.
Now, do the same kind of dogs present themselves differently because of their personalities, or
Absolutely. So like we could have a lab. I had a lab telling me he was a lap dog, and she goes, he's trying to
Oh,
be a lap dog, but he doesn't understand. So you're right. Yeah, they have so much personality, and that comes through in what they show as well.
I feel, I feel so that people if you're a person that needs to be with a dog or a cat or any kind of animal, whatever it is, then you really need to have that. And it's like some of us can get by without having an animal, but then some of us just can't, you know?
Yeah. And I feel you there. I feel like my heart squeezed because animals, they are pure, unconditional love.
Yeah, no judgment.
No judgment.
Exactly. When Sparky died, he was my dog before Jimmy. He was 16 years old. I had him since he was a baby. And when he died, you know, I was like, okay, that's it. We're going to travel. I'm not getting another dog. But I would come home and Lou would never go, you're home, you're home, you're home. He would never jump up and down and like lick me and stuff. And I'm like, can't you jump up and down and lick me? Can't you learn to do that?
Well, my cat comes out to see me when I come home.
That is, yes, exactly.
I never wanted a cat. My wife kept pushing. Finally, I caved. We got a cat, and it loved me. It follows me around the house.
Oh.
Hangs out on my shoulder.
Cats are amazing. Yep. You're right. I mean, I have a friend. She's a cat. She's amazing, Betsy. Cats. I mean, all cats. Cats are who they are. You know? Yeah. And they're all kind of different cats. But you know, cats, dogs. I mean, if you, some people just need to have a pet, and then, you know, like I've had friends who've had pets pass away lately, and I'm really glad that I had. When Sparky died, it hit me so hard, and I used to have like not enough empathy for people whose pets died. I'm like, really, are we really getting so upset? You know? And then when it happens to you, then you understand. You really fully understand that it's a devastating loss. It's just the same as losing a member of the family because it's a member of the family.
They are.
And you can reach pets that have crossed over, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because my wife has when she went through her divorce, she had to leave her girl behind, and it crushed her. And the dog had passed on, and she didn't get to go say goodbye or anything like that. It's like something that kills her and eats her up every day. So
that's another thing too. So doing this work with the animals, it's so incredibly healing to be able to be the bridge between the humans and the animals. And so a lot of the emotions that we hang on to are human emotions. The animals don't feel that. Your wife's dog isn't feeling, bad or guilty or anything like that.
She found it on the street, running around, and basically gave it. And I keep telling her, like, we gave her a good life. She appreciates that. Right. She had a yard to run around with, kids to play with.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You got to talk to Nikki.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yes.
She's like a huge animal everything.
Yeah. And it's incredibly rewarding because if I can not only help be a voice for the animals, but let the humans know you are already connecting with your pets. A lot of times when I'm giving the readings, my clients will say, "Oh, that's what I felt," and I love being able to validate for them. You are connecting already, and again with the guilt, I am able to help people release any guilt from their animals either passing. I should have done enough. I wasn't there.
Oh,
There's
honestly sometimes the vet with Jimmy died. Sparky died because Jimmy, they look exactly like when Sparky died, they said I could vet while they're giving the medicine. They didn't. They gave him the shot and then brought him to me after he's already dead. And I paid extra to be there for the shot. They giving me a dead dog. They go, no, he's been dead a while. Like, oh, you're assholes. And Lou was gone. I was by myself. Oh, luckily some friends of mine just happened to be visiting the vet that day when I came out because I was like unable to stand.
Yeah.
It was a miracle from God. But yeah, I mean, that's what was shitty. But whatever.
Yeah. But know that Sparky is basically like, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's
he lived 16 years without a painful day in his life.
Wow.
Well, we couldn't afford a vet. We would know. But he was never sick. He never was sick. And he just got sick at the last day. And he only lasted one sick day. And just had, nobody was amazing. Apparently what we did have even though like people used to come over because he was actually a purebred Maltese. And the only reason I got him was because when I divorced John, remember, Lily was 8 years old and she needed a pet to make her happy. So I bought a rescue pet, medical rescue from Carlsbad Humane. And they said they pay all the vet bills. This little poodle crawled into Lily's lap, this little broken girl from this divorce, 8 years old. Her heart was broken anyway. I get her this dog. Yeah, this dog crawls up. She goes, "This is the one." I'm like, he's got a big sign, medically unfit. And I mean, it looked like he had scabies and whatever. And I'm like, okay, you love him. You get home, massive veterinary intervention.
Yeah.
Died 2 weeks later. So
Oh.
you know, Lily really needed that.
Oh,
You know,
no.
yeah. Good mom. Guess what? Don't get a medically dying dog for your child to cheer up from a divorce.
All right.
Bad mother.
And we
Okay.
can get scabies.
And we all got scabies too.
Everybody's gonna leave
Yeah.
the kid.
So worst mother in the world. That's what I
Get
always
used
say.
to it.
Yeah. So
Have some wine and
so
quit
I would
crying.
never buy a pet from a breeder, but I was working for my parents' carpet store then too, and one of our clients bred Maltese, and I'm like, I can't find a little dog anywhere right now. I called her up. I go, hey man, I needed one of these Maltese right away, and she hooked me up. She let me make payments. I paid $900 for a dog. I know.
Oh.
Listen, I would never. I don't care. I had to, Lily, and I had a job then. But Lily needed a dog immediately. You know, whatever.
Are we gonna do the reading on
Sorry.
Jimmy?
Anyway, it was you shouldn't bring a Maltese into a trailer. They never get over it. Sorry. Yes, Deb, is it time? Should we do this? How do we do this?
So Vicki calls me Deb sometimes.
Oh, get out!
Because
Get out! Sorry.
because
Ow, friends.
I know. We do go way back. So my birth name is Debbie, and I changed my name. I was blessed with a Hawaiian name in Hawaii, and Kea means light.
Okay.
And so when I transitioned out of wedding photography and going into this work that I'm doing, I don't know. It just felt like my name didn't fit in
Yes.
that anymore. So Keao is part of a longer Hawaiian name, which is Kupuanuhala Ikeao, which means the flower that blossoms from the light within.
Oh.
And so Keao for short. So a lot of my friends call me Keao, and I just really started embodying that, and it fits for the work that I do.
Let me tell you this. My cousin Rebecca, I knew her as Becky. See, I can't even say Becky. I knew her as Becky for 25 years. And then she switched to Rebecca. It took me a while. But now I can't even say, see, I couldn't even say Becky. I only say Rebecca.
It's endearing.
I'm going to get it because I love you and I love that name for you. I'm going to go K-Out, and it's going to be it. You're going to say K-Out.
Yeah. So did you want to do a reading for Jane?
Yeah, do you hold him or do I?
You can hold him. Yeah. So what questions do you have for Jane?
This is funny that you asked that question because I never imagined that I could ask this. But we got Jimmy. We don't know how old he was. He was 46 years old. A friend of mine was volunteering for SNAP, and there was something going on with her boss, and she couldn't show this dog at these weekly things. So she was stuck with this dog for like 6 months, and she had had enough of this dog. She kept begging me to come look. I didn't want to look, but I just tried to be polite because it was kind of a business acquaintance. So I'm like, I have to go look at this dog. I said, Lou, I don't want a dog personally, but if you like this dog, if you want this dog, you can have this dog. I don't care. Lou sees she opens the door. Lou gets on the ground. The dog walks into Lou's lap, and then Lou looks at me and he's like, ugh. I'm like, okay. And he looks exactly like Sparky. Weird, even though he's not a purebred Maltese, he's whatever. But anyway, and so then we got him, and I always wondered, and I never thought I could ever find this out. Can you tell me a little bit about Jimmy's life before us? Because, we had, it was very, I could tell it was, rough life because it was 2 years of.
Mm-hmm. So what happens, I'm going to talk through this reading. So what happens when I tune into the animal is they will start impressing upon my body what they're feeling. They will project images through telepathy, and then I will hear through clairaudience. So as you're talking, Jimmy's saying, he's using the word inherited. I was inherited by you. And that's a fascinating word for a dog to use.
Yes,
so,
it is.
So it's like, yes, it's like he was well regarded where he was. However, with that question, I start feeling in my chest. I don't know if the person who had him before smoked, but that something I could smell it, and I feel it in his little lungs. So that was something that he experienced in his environment before. No time. So he's also saying like there wasn't a lot of time for me. There wasn't a lot of like what he gets now, like this one-on-one, and it wasn't like I wasn't disregarded, but there wasn't this one-on-one time for me as he has with you and me now. But yeah, so those are a couple of the things that are coming through right away for his past. Yeah.
That's good. I don't know. I mean, does he mind traveling? We feel like we drag him on these planes.
Yes. He says it's expected. Oh.
Yes,
I
it
get
is.
shocked too.
Yes.
He says, well, it's expected that I go.
That's how he acts.
And yes, I'm
That's how he
telling
is.
you, yes.
Indignant little
From
Jimmy.
day one, he was just very regarded. So it's expected that I go with you. Yes, we go together.
That's amazing.
He says I'm easy. He's a good traveler.
He is a good traveler.
He's a very
Oh my gosh, he's such a good
He's
traveler.
a good traveler.
He said next time he's gonna poop on time.
And he always, that just 6:15 flights is for anybody.
He's also. Did you run out of food for him last time? There's something about switching food or
Oh yeah,
running out
switching
of
food it's switching food because when we got home, we always used to make his food. Then for 2 years we put him on the road and he had Little Caesars because he looks like the guy in the cover. And they travel very well in a suitcase. And then when we got home, we started making his food again, which is carrots, turkey, and rice. So yeah. So I guess he.
Yeah.
So which does he prefer?
He's bringing that up. The tasty. When he's at home, he gets different food than when he travels.
Yes.
Okay.
Usually different.
Yes.
Does he prefer?
Home food is tastier for him
Good.
than
Okay.
the box.
Well, I'm glad my career's over, honey. We'll be home for a long time. You're gonna be enjoying the turkey and rice and broccoli and carrots that Daddy
Can
and
I ask
make
you a
for
question of Jimmy?
Of course.
How does he feel about us doing the show like every Wednesday? Is it disruptive to him, or is it okay? Is he okay with it?
He's totally fine with it. The change. So it's been going for I think 2 months.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another thing.
Exactly.
Animals are incredible with time.
Yeah,
I
because it is
really don't know
exactly
how it
2
works.
months today.
Wow.
The 8th episode,
Amazing.
once a week.
Wow. So
Wow.
thank you, Jimmy. He's very much aware. It's going for 2 months.
Wow.
So it was a change in his routine, and he was a little cranky about it at first, just to change people coming and going. But now it's just like it's expected. He's so happy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
So he usually nips at my feet under the chair. So when I'm sitting where you're sitting, I get lots of little nibbles from Jimmy. And last episode I didn't get any, and today I didn't get any. So he is definitely enjoying us.
So he's getting used to this type of routine, and so again, he knows this happens every 7 days. This happens every Wednesday.
Does he have any possible jealousy over people that I really care about or something like that? Or why does he look at people sometimes? Or you just like to have your own help? What's feeling about that?
So again, as demonstrated, that he had to get used to this new routine, and yes, so sometimes people take your energy that he's just like, wait a minute, I want that too, and he doesn't bite.
Right. No, they're
No, it's like a little like I'm right here.
Yeah, it's just like don't forget about me. Again, he's very regal. He's just he knows he's very important. Yes, he lets it be known.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just wonderful. Is there anything that he would wishes for that we could do for him a little more, or anything he's lacking or anything?
There is no lack with him whatsoever. But when you go for your beach walk, are you taking him with you too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, because you really appreciate that.
He loves walking.
He does.
He doesn't like a day with no walk.
He does.
Okay.
And he prefers to walk near the ocean.
Yes, he does. So do I. Thank you. Yes. He prefers the ocean.
He does.
Gorgeous.
He does.
That's good to know.
He really
He
enjoys
really
that.
does. Okay.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Can you tell him? Can you tell him a message? Jimmy, I love you so much. You have the best talk, and you make us so happy. Just make us so happy.
He knows that, and I
With his smile.
want to let you know. He's just loving this this time. He wants you to know too, Vicki, that he feels you and he knows you feel him too. He knows this. He absolutely knows this. And know that when you talk to him, you're also sending images for him. So you're already talking to him. He's feeling you. Yeah.
That's great. I love what you do, Deb. I love what you do, and I love that that you can help people. You know, because I think a lot of people, especially when their animals are sick or something like that, they don't know what to do, and you know, or you get it. You know, the first 2 years we had Jimmy, he just hid under the covers. Like, he hid under the furniture. He didn't come out for 2 years, and so I'm glad to know that he was not unhappy, but he was just probably like scared at new people.
Mm-hmm.
And-
Well, yes, absolutely. And again, he shows past life. It was just there wasn't that interaction. He was just kind of used to being, hanging out on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's wow. I mean, so come out of his shell. Oh, how old is he?
We don't know.
13, I think.
Well, we don't know because we got him 6-7 years ago,
Okay.
and they look at his teeth. They say the vet the other day we
On his papers, it says that.
it says 13.
Okay. So I don't know if you heard I said 12, and then I asked how old he is
Okay. So
because I hear bird and it comes out of my mouth.
oh, you're younger than 13.
Sometimes.
You're
so.
12. I'm only 39.
Still 13. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Deb, when you've done readings, what's the most surprising thing you've ever heard a dog say? Or one of the most surprising things?
There's so many. But one of the things that I do also is we scan the body for overall wellness. And sometimes things come out of my mouth that I have no idea what I'm even saying. And one time there was this dog that he had a little heart issue, and I hear the left ventricular valve, and my client goes, yeah, it's collapsed or something.
Wow,
And I was like,
wow.
what? And I mean, it shocks me
Wow.
at what comes through, and you have to trust what comes through and feel that confidence also. And then another time, this dog, I was reading for the celebrities at a pre-Emmy event, and this woman came through, and she had this dog, Jerome, and this dog felt incredible, immense gratitude, so much that it almost made me cry. And he showed together with other dogs, and then having a life. And this woman adopted him from the Korean meat trade.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
I will never
Wow.
forget the way he made me feel. So they, impressed upon my, it still gives me chills today.
Wow.
The gratitude for giving him a life and a home. And then he told her, because she wasn't jiving with it was either the boyfriend or her husband at first, and he told her, give me 3 months, I need you. And sure enough, she followed up with him. She said within 3 months they are best of buds.
Wow.
And he's so acclimated.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so amazing.
Yeah.
During the Korean Olympics of South Korea,
Mhm.
they actually started a Korean Dog Food Association because they really thought that they could convince the rest of the world that dog food was delicious. And they actually proposed that outside the Olympic events that they'd have dog tastings.
No.
Yes, I'm not kidding you. Can you imagine some people coming from Wisconsin going, "Oh, is that a collie? It's so tender."
Oh my
No, I'm not kidding. This is
Oh my
what
God.
I get it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They really, I'm just saying, whatever. No judgment here.
It happens. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
wild. But thank God they rescued these
Do you
guys.
actually hear their voices?
That's a great question. No, it's my own voice.
Okay, and they're
it's,
just
it's,
showing you.
It's like a voice that's familiar to me that I receive the message and it just comes tumbling out my mouth sometimes. That's
It's so cool.
great-
Tim is like, yo, I really like living here.
Do you ever-
Candle are the best.
Do you ever hear like I'm sure you don't. Like you wouldn't hear anything like a dog complaint. Like, oh look, Jimmy would say, "Hey, they haven't been walking me enough lately. You need to." I got it. Maybe he might have said that to you.
So,
I get it.
no, they
It's so
don't.
much.
That's the thing. People are like, so people are nervous. Like, ooh, I don't know what they're gonna,
Right.
what they're gonna come out and say. But some No, they will let you know what's going on in the house sometimes, but I think somebody who hires me to have an animal reading isn't going to be doing
They're
anything.
not going to be the kind of people that go, here, yesterday's dog
Right.
food is just fine.
Right.
No, God, no.
Right.
I mean, no.
Yeah.
So that's just.
And I have great, so a follow up to that would be I have really great boundaries as well. So no, I'm not walking on the street and hearing all the dogs and hearing all the
Okay.
cats.
All right.
No,
That'd be weird. That's like
No.
what women want with
No way.
addiction.
no way. No way.
You ready for cake?
Oh, yay. Is it time already? My God, the
Time
time
already.
is fast.
Hendrix is ready to come up. And
And also, we have a special guest. Hendrix, could you come up here for a minute? Amber's son, Hendrix, is going to be doing rap for us next week. He is, quite the amazing star. And you discovered him here on Big Girls Don't Cry. Ladies and gentlemen, a little tease, the handsome, the fabulous Hendrix.
Hi.
Hey, baby. All right. Are you going to rap for us next week?
Yeah.
Are you going to charge me?
No.
Yeah, do I have to pay you?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, next week, this guy is going to be rapping. Thanks,
Woo,
Hendrix.
woo.
Woo! Thank you. Thank you, K.L. Thank you so much.
You're so
This
welcome.
has
Thank
been
you for
wonderful.
having me on.
Oh, we're so grateful. So let me just say, how do people reach you? We
Thank
put your
you.
information on our website. And they don't need to be near you for a reading.
No.
You're also reaching out more with just tell us what you're also doing generally. Aren't you doing like more? Tell us what you're doing.
So you can find me on my website, connectwithkeao.com, Keao. I'm very active on Instagram. That's love to connect, love number 2 connect. And you can book a session with me. I do all my sessions are over Zoom. Sometimes we go to FaceTime, and I can even do sessions over the phone.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so I am also creating videos to help people understand and help people realize that you too can connect with your own pets. So that's coming out next month.
Are you going to also help people, like, for example, if your dog is barking too much? Or do you help with can we talk about that dog?
So that's more of like an animal
Training.
behaviorist or animal training.
Okay.
So we can find out why the dog's barking sometimes. I had a client, like the dog is constantly barking when they weren't home, and the dog kept having this bing, bing, bing. The fire alarm was going, like the batteries were going out, but the people were not home to hear it. The neighbors were complaining that they heard the dog barking. So sometimes they'll let us know why they're barking, but that would be more for an animal
So
behaviorist.
I got you. So, but just if you just want to know more about what your dog's thinking, because we just keep looking at our dogs and our cats, and you did a turtle recently.
The turtle, yes, the turtle let us know it needed more calcium, and the turtle let us know it can feel it likes to be pet. Birds, I've read birds. Horses, oh gosh, the horses, they're amazing.
They are
so
amazing.
particular.
Wow.
These horses are so particular.
What about pigs?
I have not read a pig yet.
We're smart.
I
Very
love
smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
I think pigs are
Emily
pretty
has 2 horses. It'd be so fun.
Oh yeah, horse energy is really amazing.
It is.
Yeah. So people would call me in to feel a deeper connection to their animals,
Right.
to find out what's going on with their behavior.
Right.
We scan the body. They let us know what's going on with them, if they have any questions around their health, and even their past, even connecting to pets that have passed on as well.
Oh, I love that. I forgot to have you scan Jimmy's health, but I think he's great. The vet just said he's doing great for an old dog. I'm like, old dog, bitch. He's not an old dog.
I take it you're a vegetarian now.
I'm a pescatarian.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fish don't have feelings.
I don't know.
Oh, stop it, Mike. You're going to ruin her lobster dinner, you bitch.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ,
Sorry.
Mike. No, they don't.
That's a good question though.
Oh, you guys, I put the recipe for this better than sex cake. Almost better than sex cake.
So good.
Do you guys like it? It's you cut a fresh pineapple, 3 cups of it. Just put a white cake on, butter, and basically that's it. And then
Roasted
you
coconut.
roast coconut, and you put the whipped cream on, and then I think it's pretty good.
Thank you.
It was delicious.
Oh, I love pineapple, man. I just like, and when it's not from a can, I'm like, really? I have to cut a pineapple up? But it was so fun to get a pineapple in the summer. Deb, I mean, Kale, you know what I'm talking about. Do you still eat a lot of pineapple now that you're not in Hawaii?
Yeah,
It's good.
I love it.
It is good.
I love it.
It's like $3.99. You can afford it in your life these days.
You know what's really, really good?
Tell me.
I love tequila. I like sipping tequila.
Oh, yeah?
You take a sip of tequila and you take a sip of pineapple juice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
So
That's fun.
delicious.
How to beat the summer
delicious.
blues? Right there, Kale. That is
Chaos
it.
concoction.
Tequila and pineapple.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone so much for coming in and watching and listening to the show. I want you to know that I love you with all of my heart. And I know these times are hard, but you know what? We just remember to look for the fun, look for the good times. I'm wearing my bathing suit. I wear my bathing suit every day with a cover up. And at the market, they go, "Are you going to the beach?" I'm like, "Yes, I lie. I was just going to the market." But it's all I ever wear. It just seems easier. I love you guys. Thank you so much, K.O. Thank you, Mike Vin.
Woo!
Thank you, my darling favorite husband and current husband, Lou, my best. Amber. Thank you, Amber Rose. Thank you, Hendrix. I love you all. God bless everybody. I forgot to thank Ed.